Greetings, everyone, fellow Star Wars fans. It's been a while. We've been on summer break. Welcome to the Lightsaber Lounge. Why is everyone laughing?
Nice.
Just because I'm upbeat. I'm feeling positive today.
Yeah.
I'm feeling happy.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Scott McDowell. Welcome to the podcast. I'm feeling happy because we're going to talk about being in charge of Star Wars. What we would do, how we would change it, make it great.
Boy.
Yeah, I know. We have opinions on this. So we're going to identify the problems, and then we're going to solve them.
Yes.
And then everything will be great.
Yep. And everybody's going to like it. Nobody's going to hate us online.
We'll get a call. Nobody's going to hate us online.
Nope.
Or troll us. We'll get a call from Disney and saying, you guys just run with it, okay? Just you do your thing.
Do it. Yeah.
that's
Here's the
awesome.
money.
Okay. But before we start, I just want to introduce and welcome back my co-host, Jesus.
Hello. Hello.
How are you?
I'm great. Coming back from holidays. Ready to start to talk Star Wars here. Okay, good.
Simon?
Hiya.
All right. How's your summer?
It's been great. Yeah.
You're drinking beer at the brewery?
Lots of beer.
Okay, good. Simon has a brewery if you don't know that.
Order online.
Our official Streetcar Brewing, our official beer supplier of Lightsaber Lounge in North Vancouver, in case you happen to be in North Van, Lower Lonsdale. Check it out. And Tony, how are you doing?
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're listening to this.
You always take so long to respond. I think you don't hear me. And there's
No,
this
I'm
big
just trying to think of
awkward
something
pause.
clever. Never works.
I think, oh no, it's not working.
He just wants you to edit more.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so let's get into this episode. We're calling this one our Star Wars Takeover because we're basically going to take control and offer up our radical idea to fix Star Wars and create the kind of content we want to see. But before we get into that, I thought I'd just do a brief overview of the general sort of state of the nation, so to speak, when it comes to Star Wars. Overall, it's obviously been a very bumpy ride since the release of the original trilogy.
Yeah.
The George Lucas era ended with the, incredibly disappointing and generally loathed prequel movies that failed on too many levels to even mention right now. To be honest, these are probably the only Star Wars movies I literally can't watch because they're just so bad. I just can't go there. The Disney era was ushered in with the sequel trilogy movies that arguably, they started off with some promise, but eventually polarized fans with the poor treatment of legacy characters, kind of rehashed storylines and unresolved plot points. It ended up being a bit of similar to the prequels, a disappointment. On the flip side, though, we did get the movie Rogue One, which is considered to be one of the best Star Wars movies of all time by lots of fans. So that was a pleasant surprise. In the streaming world, we've seen some successes like The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, and the animated Clone Wars and Bad Batch series. We've had some mediocre shows, of course, like Obi-Wan Kenobi and the Book of Boba Fett, and some outright disasters like the Acolyte series, which is probably our least favorite show here in the Lightsaber Lounge. Most recently, however, we had the amazing series Andor, which really reset what Star Wars can be and raised the bar literally forever when it comes to writing, acting, production design, and storytelling. We love this show here on the podcast, and it really is the new standard by which all future content will be measured. And I think that's a given. So now we're here at this critical crossroad. Like, where do we go now? What is Star Wars now? But it appears Disney is all over the place and having trouble deciding which direction to take. It seems they've been in a constant state of flux with vague projects being announced and then abruptly canceled or just abandoned for no reason. Movies being confirmed with lead actors, promoting it at live events, but then the whole thing's delayed and we don't hear about it anymore, and on it goes. So I thought, just for fun, how about we take control of this thing and steer it where we want to see it go? So let's start this off. For me, I think really we need to go back before we move forward. And I know this sounds a little weird. We need to go back and actually fix what's probably the biggest Star Wars blunder of all time. Just for me personally, I need to do this. So you may ask, how do we do that? Well, here's the crazy plan. I would go back and literally remake all the prequel movies.
Yeah.
Recast.
Whoa.
Just say, you don't
100%.
care if we're going to retell the same story, we're going to do it better.
100%.
And this is such an important, Anakin's origin story.
Yeah.
It's so important and it was so bad.
Oh, it was so bad. Yeah.
And so many levels, not against, Hayden Christensen, who played Anakin.
Yeah.
Not his fault, the dialogue,
No,
the direct.
I actually like him as an actor.
Yeah.
It's just
He could have done a better job.
Yeah,
But
for
I would just
sure.
say, let's recast it. Let's just,
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool. And
Yeah.
to do it on a level where you really, Anakin's descent to the dark side could be just so interesting to watch.
and even if you can top it up with like doing all of them again, like I would watch that if they
Right.
came in and they did a very good job of doing all the 6 movies
Yes.
again.
Right.
It'll be so. I would be. I think it'd be so
super
cool.
popular.
Yeah,
Disney likes money, so I don't see. I'm not concerned it's not going to happen. I'm
Yeah, yeah,
concerned
yeah.
if it's going to be good.
know,
It's going to be an exact copy
Well, they have. Yeah,
because that's
well-
all they can do.
well,
You don't even need a writer on the show.
Just the same
take the
dialogue.
exact same dialogue.
Yeah.
No, maybe rewrite the dialogue.
No, I would
No.
rewrite the dialogue.
would rewrite the
100%.
No, because if they rewrite it, it could get much worse. Isn't this what?
I don't think it can get much worse.
It can't get much worse.
No,
than
dude,
George
like the
Lucas.
dialogue back then was so bad.
I know.
Yeah, it could.
I would love to see your reaction when it gets worse.
Well, you know what?
Have you
Yeah.
did you watch The Acolyte?
Yes, I did. I know, but they're not copying from anything else. They came up with that themselves, which I wouldn't say.
Note to our listeners, if you really want to know about the Acolyte, listen to our Acolyte final review. You'll get the idea.
Yeah, it'll be linked
much
on
we
our
hated that
description.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? For me personally, seeing the original series, original trilogy remade would be cool. I'm totally down with
Yeah,
that. But
yeah,
I would
yeah.
more prefer to see the prequels remade.
And even the same character. Yeah, like you're saying, same character, same story, but
sure.
just told now in the modern way.
modern way.
Oh, dude, like I would be so into that for sure.
And there's and it seems heretical to say that, but I mean, there's precedence for that. Like, how many Batman movies are there?
I know.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Like if that was an announcement, we are going back, we're going to remake all, I'd be like,
We're gonna recast everybody. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Like in order. So
In
it's not
order,
a,
yes,
not a
exactly,
prequel,
exactly,
sequel,
exactly, yeah.
Just start at the beginning.
Yeah, yeah.
If you watch them in order,
Mm-hmm.
then by the time we got to like episode 4,
Yeah.
A New Hope, with a different actor playing Luke, I'd be like, fine.
Yeah.
I'm following this new set of
Yeah, for
this
sure.
new version of the story. Like
Yeah.
we've had multiple James Bonds, we've had
Yeah,
multiple.
just do it,
yeah.
and then you're doing
know.
it for a new audience. You're
Yeah.
creating new people that will now be attached to this, like
Yeah.
we are attached to our characters, right? It's like I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Just do it.
I hope our listeners in Los Angeles are listening closely because that would create a lot of buzz and interest and new hope. Not to make
Yeah.
make
I
a
see
pun
what you
there.
did
Yeah,
there.
you're on fire today,
And so,
Tony.
thanks. And so, but with those movies, say, like I keep saying, is writing, directing, acting but it starts with the writing and it starts with a story. So I don't know what writers we would get, but I would like to see 1 or 2 of those movies directed by Christopher Nolan.
Yeah. Or
And-
like
and-
Villeneuve or Villeneuve or whatever.
or
you
Denis
know?
Villeneuve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And I'd really like to see Christoph Waltz in one of them as well as a character. And
Yeah.
who would he play? Christoph Waltz would play a great villain, or he would play a great a hero as well.
Yeah.
He could be Obi-Wan Kenobi in A New Hope.
I did see like a fan. It was interesting. It was a fan generated short. It was actually very well done. You get these people that do these quite
yeah.
good
Oh yeah,
special
for
effects.
sure. Yeah, yeah.
And it was sort of the destruction of the Death Star, what it was like in the Death Star.
Oh really? I don't think
People
I've
in
seen
it,
that one.
and
Yeah,
how
yeah.
horrifying and awful. And
yeah,
it was like,
yeah.
that's true.
Yeah,
We forget
yeah.
there's like people and
There's thousands of people
them.
in there. Yeah, yeah, I know. I know.
And as we see in Andor, they're not, it's like if you talk about sort of the Nazi regime, they're not Nazis. They're just people who have jobs.
Yeah. Exactly. They're
You
just
know,
regular
they're
people
in the
that just
army or
happen
whatever,
to be
so
in
they're
the
assigned to this
yeah,
thing. Okay,
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
And it was quite horrifying and violent and seeing, and you're like, yeah, you could see that story unfold from so many different points of
Yeah,
view,
yeah.
and make it slightly darker.
Yeah.
perhaps to your
Yeah, oh, dude,
Jesus
like-
would love that.
I want limbs to be chopped
Yeah.
with a lightsaber.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well,
So,
yeah.
like,
I have a question.
Yeah.
yes.
I was thinking about this the other day. Why did Anakin have to be so young in Phantom Menace?
Yeah, I know.
Like there's that weird I mean, it's not a big age difference in your 20s, but between him and Padme when he's like 9 and she's 14 or 15, that was a little icky. And like, why did he have to be so young?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. The whole thing was just, that's why I would like to just almost like just have those deleted from Star Wars existence and remake them.
Yeah.
Come in and he's, also that he's like pod racing and stuff when he's that old. Come in and he's 17 or 18 and change the storyline, change the sand. Comments. Well, I don't know why.
Yeah, that one.
Why do you have to mention sand?
Or like
so
the
much?
floating pear or apple. Yeah, I know.
And Disney's not above changing canon
for sure.
So,
and at this point, to be honest, like I would be okay with canon changes as long as it serves the purpose of the story.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not one of those Star Wars fans that go like, oh no, Luke only had a green lightsaber or a blue lightsaber. He's not allowed to have any other color lightsaber.
Right, yeah.
His hair was only 2 centimeters from his eyebrow.
Right.
So that kind of thing. Yeah, no,
or in some other, in the first, he said, I've never been to this planet or something, so we can't have him go to that planet because he said he'd never been there. Well,
I'm like, who cares?
Let it go.
Yeah. Move on.
Well, also George Lucas is all about, he changed the original series 3 different 4 times during releases.
Right.
Who shot first and everything.
For sure.
What's the one Star Wars character you put in like the Hall of Fame, protected forever, and what would be one you'd like to erase from canon completely?
Protected.
Just gone.
So protected
Darth
Vader for sure.
Vader.
That's like 100% the protect. The race one, that's an interesting one because I think I would have said Jar Jar Binks, but I like Darth Jar Jar.
Yes, true.
So I don't know if I go that far. Maybe, that's a hard one because there's no. Yeah, I don't think there's any other character. Well, maybe can I say in general everybody that was in the Acolyte?
Everybody. Okay. Yeah.
All of them except for Saul and what's his name? Not Kwame or Kamir. Yeah. Is that so? Anyway, those two, I would keep those.
Yes.
Everybody else can go like boom, like
so it's sort of.
Let's just bring Thanos into Star Wars and he just snap, and then everybody from the Acolyte disappears. We should do that. Yeah. So,
Simon, what about you?
Yeah, it's a tough thing. It's everyone always mentions Jar Jar, but I'm saying if you're reshooting the whole thing and you make him smarter,
True.
and that he was actually in on
it,
or
for sure.
or somehow, like it was his plan.
Yeah,
true.
It was just he was just planning to be the dumb guy and went along with it.
But then he was Darth Jar Jar.
Yeah, or even just
just a No, I know
a
what
regular
you're saying.
evil person.
I know what you're saying. So
I'm fine with that too.
Yeah,
Tony, do you have any opinions on that?
So a character to keep, absolutely, Admiral Akbar.
Okay.
he's dead though.
He's a trap.
Oh, is he dead? Oh, okay.
I think so. He died.
Did he die?
He did.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
his
he got
ship
blowed up.
got destroyed.
I know, but we're not getting rid of him.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, he can do that
The other
scene again.
people- Darth Vader's also dead.
Yeah. Who would you delete?
That's true.
Who would I delete? I've never been a fan of, and I can't remember her name. She's the really short one with the goggles runs the bar.
Oh yeah. I can't. I don't know her. I don't know. I know the actress that plays her. I
Yeah.
just don't know the actual character. Yeah.
That character I found was a little kind of not a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I think Darth Vader. Obviously, I think you can't mess with that.
Yeah.
What's canon about him? You can't kind of go back and reimagine him. Well, other than Lego, where he's
The white
Jedi Vader.
Yeah.
And he's all white.
Yeah.
And he's kind of afraid of things.
I know. That's
Yeah.
funny. That's
Yeah.
actually funny. Yeah.
But I don't know if delete a from canon. I mean, I know she serves a purpose. Obviously she has to have Luke and Leia, but Padme, all that political intrigue and the palace stuff and the walking around and wearing the 8,000 different outfits. Like even when she had to escape the planet, when things were like, run for your life. And when she gets to the ship, she's changed.
Yeah.
And into her flying outfit.
Mind you,
come on.
Her character on Clones and Rebel was actually good.
Right.
It was a better written character than in those movies. So that's why that would have been my pick.
I guess when I say maybe not so much the character is deleted, but the character is completely rewritten.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
if you did reimagine what Padme, give her a different attitude.
Yeah.
Not being quite so, demure.
Yeah.
And, make her more of a badass or something.
For sure.
Yeah. What's the biggest thing you think Star Wars or Disney needs to avoid doing in this next, say, decade?
Hire any other people that work on the Acolyte.
I'm just guessing, but I don't think you like that show.
Yeah. I think whoever worked on that show, please do not do any more Star Wars.
Well, you could argue this is one thing. I mean, not that I'm against this. I am for diversity and everything, but it was the over the top.
Yeah, they were trying. They were hitting you in the head with the whole thing. Yeah,
ridiculous.
Yeah, it was too much. Yeah,
to the point it was distracting.
By the way, people, I'm brown.
Yeah,
so you know,
yeah. I can't.
It is a bit too ridiculous. So it was a bad show. So,
but I don't want to use the word woke because I hate when people say that. But if they just, it seems like though they are steering away from being, quite
they were
to
pandering
to.
They were trying to pander to that mob, and it just didn't work out. And mind you, the story wasn't good. It doesn't matter what they did of. They would have pandered to. The story was not good. It wasn't. It was badly written. So, so they have to stay away from anything like that. Actually, if they redid the Acolyte, I know they won't. But if they did it again with better writers, and now it's like, oh, you know what? Let's hire somebody like Tony Gilroy and get him to do that. Hire the guy who did Black Panther. I don't know. Hire somebody that actually can tell a story and then do it again, and then try maybe. Switch the character, names, location, but do the same story. That's what I would do.
I think the other thing is the cost per episode, like because even if that show had done somewhat well, I don't think there would have been another season.
Yeah, because it was too expensive. Yeah,
I think Disney has to look at investing by, a couple hundred acres and just build some sets,
like a new thing.
And just this is where we're going to film things at.
Right.
Because this is the only way to make it work in the future.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have these, how many sets and they're going to stay here.
Yeah, well, they can use the volume, but then they're limited to the scale of things. Andor worked really well because everything was real.
Yeah.
Right?
But that's the thing. So if we want Andor, but I'm like, have they just gotten rid of those sets?
Yeah. They usually tear them down right away.
I know. So, but I'm saying, but look at how much money we spent on that. They spent on that.
I know. Yeah. It's crazy.
Tony, something Disney should avoid?
Well, I don't know about well, yeah, I'll get to it in my speech here. Like they, I've said this before. Is Disney needs to start focusing on the fundamentals, which is writing. They're making these stories where at the very beginning the writing isn't there, so they need, and the Acolyte's a perfect example. But so they need to get the good writing done first. They need to decide what path they're taking, and then focus on the writing. And this is the thing I said before too: is they need to start making art, not content.
Well,
And so they need. So if to avoid things, they need to avoid making content.
Well, it's marketing. You can tell that a lot of their projects is marketing people making decisions instead of people that need to make decisions about, hey, is this good writing? Does it actually make sense or not? Is this going to sell?
Exactly. Like it feels
because
like
I think that's
It feels like they get a premise, they focus group it, they do a little writing, they focus group it.
Yeah.
They get some dailies or whatever, and they focus group it. You know what? Just shit or get off the pot, as my mom used to say. Do it. Just write it and make it.
Okay, that opens up the next question, which is, so how confident is everybody with Disney's ability to do this well?
I mean, that's a good question because I'm not sure because they decided, is Kennedy still around?
She's stepping, as far as I know, she's around, but I thought she was being sort of replaced.
I know. So because my hope was as her being replaced, they probably would have, what's his name? He would be taking over.
Dave Filoni.
Dave Filoni taking over, and then he's more of a Star Wars guy. But what I heard from Gilroy, he said that Kennedy was really good with him.
Defended him.
Yeah, in the show and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So they were able to do a lot of stuff. So I don't know what to believe now.
Yeah.
So was she the one making everything bad at Star Wars, or like I really don't know. So
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to wait several projects now until we can say, oh, Disney's doing it, okay, or oh, they're fucking up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you guys, Simon? Confident in Disney?
No, not confident. Well, no, confident that they'll have some good things and some bad things.
Right.
Like it's Disney. They've bought something and trying to remake the magic,
Right.
which is never an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
Even the original creator, we figured out we only got things were so good because his wife was secretly fixing the project.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
like
true.
it's just
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
creative person is gonna
Right. You can
mess
run
it
out
up
of
on
gas and
run out of gas or just go crazy with your ideas when
Yeah.
you should be curbed and some things should not be.
yeah. I'm kind of in the same boat. Hopeful, but pessimistic. and I think you're right. We'll get some good stuff, and then we'll get some stuff and be like, okay. I don't know if we'll get another Acolyte level of bad, but it's possible.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah, you never know. Tony?
Hopefully optimistic, or something. I just feel like Disney's management of the IP has been a little bit manic. Like we're heading down this road. Nope, we're heading down this road. Nope, we're heading down this road. And I just kind of, like I said before, I just wish they kind of pick a lane and focus on it.
What about tone? Like, we have quite a mixed bag here. Obviously, we loved Andor, but so what kind of storytelling tone should we, like, moving forward? Are we looking for, like, the originals were kind of this epic fantasy journey, based in mythology and all the Force, and then we have Andor, the grounded war drama kind of vibe. And then we have sort of lighthearted adventure, like Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
Can those all coexist?
I mean, they're coexisting right now.
Yeah.
So I personally would like a more grounded, dark, and even like I still want to see stories with Jedis and the Force, but I want something like Dune.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that tone, same tone with Andor. I think it can be done. We just need to find the right person. But if you're gonna make Lego, if you're gonna make the animated movies, if you're gonna make Skeleton Crew type of shows, then that obviously can be dark, because this is more targeted towards kids and young adults, and you don't want to ruin their life by making them so dark so fast.
No.
But it's I think each lane could have its own thing, and it still feel connected.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I think you're right. Maybe, like you said, it's the lore that connects everything together.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I think, you know what? I mean, part of the sort of dilemma for Star Wars is leaving these legacy characters behind.
Yeah.
And trying to move on.
Yes, it's really hard.
It's hard. And then, they try and claw them back into the story somehow. They're trying to connect the Skywalker story to Rey now. But I think, the more I'm talking about it, I'm loving this. Go back and remake the movie. Because then you'd have young actors who could now play that, like a new Luke, could play that for...
for years.
Years.
Yeah. Like, that's the thing. It's like, and then you're creating a new audience for that.
Yeah.
Right? So, and if it's really good, you're going to bring the people that used to love Star Wars before.
Right.
Right? So...
Okay, I'm going to send an email to Disney and say,
no, just send a text to George Lucas, to Dave
Filoni.
Dave Filoni.
Okay.
Oh my God, I almost said Deloney.
Dave Filoni. Yeah.
Anyway, Dave Filoni.
We all, if they film it, we all get a cut on the back end, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I know.
Whatever that means.
And then we're going to see they do it. They're going to make an announcement that they're doing this. We're like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
our
That was
my
our
idea.
idea. I'll sue. I haven't signed no
Sue.
fucking NDA yet. So I'll sue.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Anyway.
if you're listening to this podcast, let's get our fans involved.
All right.
So everybody email, write, text, DM, whatever you're going to do to Disney saying,
Yes.
we want you to remake
Star
all the
Wars.
movies.
All of them. Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm going to put a GoFundMe page
Okay.
where you can donate for our costs.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Remake all the movies. Fans have spoken.
Yeah, exactly. All of them.
All right.
All right.
Well, we're going to wrap it up for now. Thanks very much for, if you're listening to this, thanks very much for joining us. We do appreciate it. And thanks, Jesus, for being back.
You're welcome. I'm going to go and watch Andor now.
Simon, thanks for being here again.
Thank you for having me.
And Tony, thanks a lot for being here from all the way from Victoria.
No problem.
And we'll see you hopefully on our next episode. I'm not sure what the topic will be, but this is going to be
Probably Star Wars.
we're going to talk more about this remake all the movies thing. I have.
Yeah, exactly.
We can discuss casting.
We could bring our own scripts.
Bring our own script. We could read
Or
passages from our script.
music
ideas.
examples. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
maybe we're onto something. So our next podcast will pre-production meeting
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
what will we call this? Star Wars
Roundhouse. I don't know. No.
remix. Redo,
No. The Star Wars. The master. How do you call the Master Jedi circle thing?
Council?
The council. Yeah.
Jedi Council. The Vastal Circle.
Sorry.
Thing.
You see, sometimes I forget things.
Yes, we are Star Wars experts here. We know all the answers to. Just can't remember the names of anything.
No, fuck no.
Okay.
All right.
So bye for now. Once again, I'm your host, Scott McDonald, and we'll see you on the next Lightsaber Lounge. Take care. Bye-bye.
And that's a wrap for today's episode of the Lightsaber Lounge. You can follow and message us on Instagram at Lightsaber Lounge. And, of course, don't forget to subscribe so you'll never miss a new episode. Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and may the Force be with you.
Alien life form detected.